The storm surrounding Sean Diddy Combs continues to intensify as new voices join the chorus of accusations, with rap legend Ice Cube stepping into the fray with startling claims about Diddy and his close ally Jay Z. Amidst Diddy's mounting legal troubles and public scrutiny, Ice Cube has hinted at a shadowy club of industry gatekeepers, suggesting that both Diddy and Jay Z, along with Beyoncé the Carters, are part of an elite circle that punishes those who refuse to conform. As Terrence Howard and 50 Cent continue to peel back Hollywood's dark layers, these latest revelations add fuel to an already blazing fire, painting a grim picture of power manipulation and betrayal in the entertainment world. Ice Cube, known for his unapologetic honesty, recently spoke out about the unseen forces controlling the industry. "A lot of y'all listening right now, you're not part of the club either. What makes them so mad is when you don't want to be a part of their club that pisses them off," he declared, referring to a group of gatekeepers who allegedly dictate the rules of success. Cube didn't shy away from expressing his disdain. "I'm talking about the club that runs things behind the scenes. I go on these platforms to say what I feel, what I think, and some people get pissed because I'm speaking to everybody." While he didn't directly name Diddy or Jay Z, the timing and context of his comments have led many to connect the dots, especially given Diddy's current controversies and his long-standing ties to Jay Z. Diddy's rise in the music industry alongside Jay Z during the early 90s was marked by ambition and tragedy. Starting as an intern at a radio station, Diddy's early career saw a devastating incident when a celebrity basketball game he co-hosted at City College of New York ended in a stampede, resulting in 9 deaths. Then, Mayor David Dinkins criticized Diddy for overselling tickets and failing to ensure proper organization. Despite this setback, Diddy moved on to found Bad Boy Records in 1993, after a stint at Uptown Records, launching iconic careers like the notorious B.I.G.'s with the album Ready to Die, as well as those of Foxy Brown, Faith Evans, and Mary J. Blige. But behind the glitz, whispers of a darker side persisted. Mark Curry, a former Bad Boy artist, has come forward with chilling accounts of Diddy's behavior during those years. "Did I see violence in his actions when I was around him?" "Yeah, I did," Curry revealed. "He was overly confident, arrogant even to the point of spite. I've seen him be physically violent toward women producers, record execs, even his own artists. Sometimes as men, you settle things with a fair fight to reach a resolution. But I've seen him fight with everyone, women, loved ones, even himself. He'd beat himself up with alcohol pills, whatever he needed to cope, dragging himself down." Curry's words paint Diddy as a man consumed by inner turmoil, with violence and self-destruction defining his bad boy persona. The 90s hip-hop scene, marked by the deadly East Coast rivalry, further complicates Diddy's legacy. The feud between Suge Knight's Death Row Records' Tupac Shakur and Bad Boy's Notorious B.I.G. ended in the tragic murders of both rappers. While Diddy was never directly implicated, conspiracy theories and rumors have long swirled about his potential involvement. Despite these shadows, Diddy's career soared, though not without further controversy. Jaguar Wright, a vocal critic, raised eyebrows with her take on the mysterious deaths tied to Uptown Records, where Diddy got his start. Uptown began with 5 people: Andre Harrell, Al B. Sure, Heavy D, Kim Porter, and Puffy. Andre, Heavy D, and Kim are all dead, heart attacks, pneumonia, but Kim's first coroner report suggested homicide with toxins in her body. The survivors, Puffy and Al, are the only ones left. Coincidence? They were all working on tell-all books or documentaries before they died. "Puffy seems to be the luckiest man alive," Wright said, hinting at sinister forces at play. Diddy's past is riddled with violent incidents that add weight to current allegations. In 1999, a nightclub shooting in New York left 3 injured, leading to the arrest of Diddy and then-girlfriend Jennifer Lopez on charges related to violence and gun possession. While Lopez's charges were dropped, Diddy went to trial claiming racial bias in the justice system. He was acquitted, but his protege, Shine, took the fall, serving 9 years in prison, and later accusing Diddy of betrayal. Another incident tied to the music video for Hate Me Now with Nas, which depicted a crucifixion scene, Diddy found disrespectful, resulted in assault allegations, though he pleaded guilty to a lesser charge and received a day of anger management. These events form a pattern of volatility. More damning are the personal accounts of violence and coercion. A woman claiming to be a victim of the 1999 Club New York shooting recently spoke out alleging Diddy shot her in the face with a 9mm hollow-point bullet. "I've been saying this for 24 years. I watched him fire the gun. The surgeon who operated on me testified I was screaming, 'Puffy shot me in the face,' as I went under. Everyone knew. But he paid off the club owners and bouncers to hide the video." "That's his M.O.," she said passionately. She detailed a decades-long campaign of harassment following the incident, including mysterious damages to her property, and vowed to seek justice. "I will not stop until he pays for the irreparable damage he's done to my life. God is my witness." Allegations of inappropriate influence over young artists like Usher and Justin Bieber further tarnished Diddy's image. Reggie Wright, a former Death Row affiliate, expressed concern over Diddy's interactions with Bieber, citing a video where Diddy, after spending 48 hours with a 15-year-old Bieber, promised him a Ferrari at 16 and a mansion at 18. "We can't disclose what we're doing, but it's a 15-year-old's dream. I've got custody of him for these 48 hours, and we're going full crazy," Diddy said in the clip. Wright and others speculate this exposed Bieber to unsuitable environments, contributing to his later struggles with addiction and legal issues. Bieber himself admitted to experimenting with drugs, like lean molly and shrooms as a teen, citing undiagnosed anxiety and the pressures of fame as triggers. Usher's early mentorship under Diddy at 14 during a stint at Puffy Flavor Camp in New York also raises red flags. Usher described the experience as eye-opening, witnessing a lifestyle filled with excess and curious things he didn't fully understand at the time. Puffy's place was wild. Biggie, Faith Evans, Mary J. Blige, they were all there. "I saw things I couldn't process as a kid," he told Howard Stern in 2016. Gene Deal, a former associate, hinted that both Usher and Mace, who lived with Diddy during Bad Boy's peak, no secrets they've yet to reveal. "There's a lot they ain't telling about Diddy. It's just a matter of time before it comes out," Deal warned. As these stories surface, Diddy's legal battles intensify. Recent lawsuits, including one from producer Lil Rod, alleging assault and threats, echo Cassie Ventura's claims of coercion and violence. Lil Rod specifically recounted Diddy bragging about the 1999 shooting, saying, "That's why I shot up the club in New York and let Shine take the fall for it," as a means of intimidation. With more victims stepping forward and a RICO charge looming, the walls are closing in on Diddy. Jay Z, a longtime collaborator, remains entangled, as lawsuits name him and Beyoncé as witnesses to Diddy's alleged freak-off events, raising questions about their complicity. Terrence Howard and 50 Cent continue to lead the charge for accountability, with Howard's revelations about Hollywood's predatory culture and 50's upcoming Netflix documentary, Did He Do It?, promising to expose more. Ice Cube's comments on the Club of Gatekeepers add a new dimension, suggesting Diddy and Jay Z's power may stem from a system designed to silence dissenters. As the truth unravels, the industry's darkest corners are laid bare. What do you make of Ice Cube's cryptic warnings and these mounting allegations against Diddy and his associates? Are we witnessing the downfall of a corrupt empire, or is there more to the story? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for the latest updates. Turn on notifications to stay ahead of every shocking twist in this unfolding saga. The reckoning, it seems, has only just begun. The saga surrounding Sean Diddy Combs grows darker with each passing day, as more voices from the entertainment world step forward with damning revelations. Rap icon Ice Cube's recent comments about an elite club of industry gatekeepers, coupled with Terrence Howard's explosive interview and 50 Cent's relentless pursuit of the truth, have turned the spotlight on Diddy and his longtime ally, Jay Z, in ways that threaten to unravel their carefully curated images. With lawsuits piling up, victims breaking their silence, and whispers of systemic corruption in Hollywood, the narrative around Diddy's legacy is shifting from one of success to one of scandal, abuse, and betrayal. Ice Cube, never one to mince words, dropped cryptic, yet pointed remarks about the power dynamics in the music and entertainment industry. "A lot of y'all ain't in the club, and neither am I. What gets them heated is when you refuse to join their little circle. That's when they come for you," he said in a recent discussion. He described this club as a group of gatekeepers who control access to success, punishing those who defy their rules. "I speak my mind on these platforms, and some folks get mad because I'm talking to everyone, not just them," Cube added. While he didn't name Diddy or Jay Z outright, the context of his statements, amidst Diddy's legal firestorm and Jay Z's implicated silence, has led many to speculate that he's pointing to their involvement in this shadowy network. Diddy's journey to the top of the music world, often intertwined with Jay Z's rise, is now being re-examined through a lens of suspicion. Starting as an intern at a radio station in the early 90s, Diddy's ambition was evident, but so were early missteps. A celebrity basketball game he co-hosted at City College of New York turned tragic when a stampede killed 9 people, drawing criticism from then-Mayor David Dinkins for overselling tickets and poor planning. Undeterred, Diddy climbed the ranks at Uptown Records before founding Bad Boy Records in 1993, propelling artists like the notorious B.I.G., whose album Ready to Die became a cornerstone of hip-hop, alongside talents like Foxy Brown, Faith Evans, and Mary J. Blige. Yet behind the hits, a darker narrative was brewing. Mark Curry, a former Bad Boy artist, has peeled back the curtain on Diddy's alleged behavior during those formative years. "I saw violence in him, no question," Curry stated. "He was arrogant, overconfident to a fault, and spiteful. I witnessed him get physical with women, producers, execs, even his own artists. Men, you might settle a dispute with a fair fight, but Diddy was fighting everyone, his girlfriends, his team, even himself. I've seen him destroy himself with alcohol, pills, whatever he could get his hands on. He was beating himself down as much as anyone else." Curry's account casts Diddy's bad boy moniker in a literal light, suggesting a man driven by a destructive need to dominate. The turbulent 90s hip-hop era, defined by the East Coast-West Coast rivalry, adds another layer of complexity to Diddy's story. The deadly feud between Suge Knight's Death Row Records' Tupac Shakur and Bad Boy's Biggie Smalls culminated in the murders of both rappers. Though Diddy was never formally linked to these tragedies, persistent rumors and conspiracy theories have kept questions alive about his role. Jaguar Wright, an outspoken industry figure, has fueled speculation with her take on a string of suspicious deaths tied to Uptown Records. 5 people started Uptown: Andre Harrell, Al B., Sure, Heavy D, Kim Porter, and Puffy. 3 are dead heart attacks, pneumonia, but Kim's initial coroner report hinted at homicide with toxins found in her system. Andre, Heavy D, and Kim were all working on tell-all books before they died. Al was making a documentary, yet Puffy walks unscathed. That's too many coincidences, Wright argued, implying a pattern of silencing potential whistleblowers. Diddy's history of violence extends beyond rumors, with documented incidents, adding weight to current allegations. The 1999 New York nightclub shooting, which injured 3, led to his arrest alongside Jennifer Lopez on charges tied to violence and gun possession. Lopez's charges were dropped, but Diddy's trial, where he claimed racial bias, ended in acquittal, though his protege Shine served 9 years and later accused Diddy of betrayal. Another controversy arose from the Hate Me Now video with Nas, featuring a crucifixion scene Diddy deemed disrespectful. After the uncensored version leaked, Diddy faced assault allegations, ultimately pleading guilty to a lesser charge and receiving a day of anger management. These events sketch a troubling pattern of aggression. Perhaps most harrowing are the personal testimonies emerging now. A woman claiming to be a victim of the 1999 Club New York shooting alleges Diddy shot her in the face with a 9mm hollow point bullet. "I've been telling this story for 24 years. I saw him fire the gun. As I was going under for surgery, I screamed, 'Puffy shot me in the face,' and the surgeon testified to it in court. Everyone knew, but he paid off the club owners and bouncers to bury the video." "That's how he operates," she said, her voice trembling with resolve. She described a relentless campaign of harassment, including 7 flat tires on her BMW in 2 years, and swore to seek justice. "I won't stop until he pays for ruining my life. For every tear my children and I shed, I'll get $1 million back from him." Allegations of Diddy's inappropriate influence over young stars like Usher and Justin Bieber deepen the scandal. Reggie Wright, formerly of Death Row, highlighted a disturbing video where Diddy spent 48 hours with a 15-year-old Bieber, promising him a Ferrari at 16 and a mansion at 18. "We're going full crazy. It's a 15-year-old's dream, but I can't disclose what we're doing," Diddy said in the footage. Wright and others fear this exposed Bieber to harmful environments, contributing to his later battles with addiction and legal troubles. Bieber has admitted to using drugs like lean and Molly as a teen, attributing it to undiagnosed anxiety and the glare of fame. Usher's early exposure to Diddy at 14 during a year-long stay at Puffy Flavor Camp in New York also raises concerns. Puffy's place was wild, filled with chicks and non-stop action. "I saw curious things I didn't understand as a kid," Biggie, Faith Evans, Mary J. Blige were all there, Usher recalled on Howard Stern's show in 2016. Gene Deal, a former associate, suggested Usher and Mace, who also lived with Diddy, hold untold secrets. "They know a lot about Diddy that ain't out yet. It's only a matter of time," Deal warned, hinting at deeper revelations to come. Diddy's legal woes are mounting, with lawsuits like producer Lil Rod's echoing Cassie Ventura's claims of assault and coercion. Lil Rod alleges Diddy threatened him by boasting, "That's why I shot up the club in 1999 and let Shine take the fall." With a RICO charge looming and more victims stepping forward, the evidence against Diddy is becoming insurmountable. Jay Z and Beyoncé, named as witnesses in lawsuits tied to Diddy's alleged freak-off parties, remain silent, but their association raises questions about what they knew and ignored. Terrence Howard and 50 Cent continue to drive the narrative of accountability. Howard's bombshell interview exposed Hollywood's predatory underbelly, while 50 Cent's upcoming Netflix documentary, Did He Do It?, promises to reveal more about Diddy's network. Ice Cube's remarks on the Club of Gatekeepers suggest a systemic issue, with Diddy and Jay Z potentially at its core. As victims find their voices and the public demands answers, the empire Diddy built stands on the brink of collapse.